Welcome to Business or Pressure, taking the pain out of massage business with me, Allissa Haines. This is your no-nonsense guide to managing your business money. It's our mission to make sure that every massage therapist and body worker has the tools to make a living wage in a thriving business. We're going to jump in with our new sponsor, and I'm talking about Pure Pro massage products. Discerning massage therapists deserve high-quality products that perfectly support and enhance your healing work. Pure Pro massage products are created by a massage therapist for massage therapists and body workers who care deeply about the quality of their massage products. And that's why I use Pure Pro, because I care about the quality of the massage product, what is sinking into my client's skin, what is sinking into my skin, and how my client's skin feels when they leave the office. Pure Pro's full line of oils, creams, and Arnica lotion has everything you need for your favorite modality and will always leave your client's skin feeling clean and fresh after each treatment. Just for ABMP members, Pure Pro's put together their 5 most popular products for you to explore at a ridiculously low price. The All For You kit has a full-size 8-ounce hypoallergenic massage lotion, a full-size 8-ounce ultra massage lotion, a full-size 4-ounce peppermint podango foot cream, and samples of the deep tissue cream and the Arnica Relief Massage Lotion. This is over $80 of product, and you get it for $49.95 with free shipping, plus you get a $10 coupon off your next order. Pure Pro products are nut-free, gluten-free, cruelty-free, and made with natural ingredients in the USA, right here in Massachusetts, in fact. Log into your ABMP membership and click on the industry discounts to find the special link to the Pure Pro ABMP kit. All right, today's topic is more of a things to think about topic versus a things to do episode, because it's May. We all got graduations and weddings and things to do, and school's over and the kids are home. My garden needs to be handled. I don't want to give you another task, but I do want you to have something to think about, because reflection is just good for business. And here it is. Structure begets freedom. I've written in the past about how when you create a solid structure in your business, you actually end up with more freedom overall. And this is super duper annoying, especially if you're someone like me who resists structure. But here's an example. If you're pretty strict about your schedule and your boundaries around your schedule, you can make the occasional exception without it being a whole big thing. And you can feel good about it and feel good about helping a client versus feeling resentful and taken advantage of. When you have a good system for filing and organizing important business papers, it's easier to pivot and make changes and evolve your business because you always have the information you need at hand. When you've created an instruction manual for your office, you can leave town knowing that your renters or your office mates have what they need if something comes up. And when you have clear, organized finances, you have so much more freedom in your business and your personal life. You can make better decisions. You can take a sick day when you're sick, or you can take a sick day when your kid is sick and you do not have to stress about it. You can say yes to a charity job that means something to you without worrying about your income for that day or that week. You can go on vacation without having to work extra hard before and after to make up the money. And if you're someone who resists structure and seeks novelty, shout out to my ADHD friends, think on that. Is that resistance to structure holding you back from understanding your money and handling it well? And if that's the case, how can you introduce novelty and gamify your finances? And the answer to that is apps. There's plenty of money apps out there that can automate and gamify your financial management. I need everything automated. I cannot tolerate manual input and spreadsheets. And my whole financial life changed when I found an app that would automatically import, which used to be rare, but is now very, very common. Or do you need accountability? And where can you get that? Do you have a colleague? Do you have an online community? Do you have a coach who can help you set goals and do the work to meet those goals and hold you accountable for staying on a certain timeline of tasks. And again, what can be automated so it feels like less of a strain? And the bonus here is that when you're living hand to mouth and paycheck to paycheck, it's really hard to just automate your finances because you're always concerned you're not going to have quite enough in your checking account to cover your bills. But once you get your financial life together and you've got a built-in buffer, you can automate everything. You don't have to worry that you're going to miss a bill because everything can be automatically withdrawn from your primary business account and in your personal finances from your primary personal account. And it takes such a massive layer of stress off your brain. Having your financial life together frees up so much energy and so much brain space for the rest of your life. And that is priceless. To have that nagging anxiety in the back of your head just gone, it's a game changer. And that's it. That is what I would love for you to be thinking about for the next few weeks. If you resist structure, if you've heard the last handful of episodes and they've had to-dos and tasks, and you have resisted the concept of having any kind of structure in your financial life, maybe start paying attention to what gives you stress in your finances and how often you have that nagging in the back of your head and how not understanding your money impacts your decision making as you go day to day. And that's it. Now we've got our chat with a colleague. I am here with Megan Belanger, owner of One River Massage Therapy in Massachusetts. You can find out more about Megan at onerivermassage.com or just by continuing to listen. Hi, Megan.
Hi, Allissa.
Megan, before we jump in fully, tell me a little bit about your massage practice.
Sure. So, One River Massage right now comprises myself and our occupational therapist. And we focus on clients and patients with cancer, cancer histories, lymphedema, lipedema, and we also serve the transgender community. So, we do a lot of lymphatic drainage. We do a lot of scar work. That's our specialty. And yeah, we're so grateful to be doing the work we're doing.
And I'm going to surprise you with this question, but tell me a little bit about your Touch of Kindness program, because that's kind of become a little bit of what you're known for because so many people have modeled their own programs after yours. So tell me about your Touch of Kindness.
Oh, sure. It's a model that works really well for us. So we don't accept gratuities in our practice. So if folks want to say thank you, they can put money up on the wall. So we've got Post-its up on our wall in different denominations. And so anyone can use that money toward treatments with us. They can use it to cover the whole session. They can use it to cover part. And so it really works well for everybody. We don't take insurance in our practice. So this is one way that we try to make it more affordable and accessible. We don't want to turn anybody away for financial reasons. So this has really gotten some good response.
Yeah, do you feel like it gets used up, like there's a constant flow in and out of the fund?
Absolutely. It's very much like leave a penny, take a penny. It'll get low. And because there's Post-its, there's something visual. People will look up and be like, oh, looks like you need a little money on your wall today. And they'll get to the wall. And then folks that want to use some are like, oh, looks like you have a lot up there. Let me, can I take some? Of course you can take some. So it's no questions asked. Whoever needs it, takes it. And yeah, that's how it works.
I love it. I accidentally started a similar program without meaning to. I added a sliding scale. I've been meaning to tell you about this. I added a sliding scale appointment to my massage schedule, just like one a week, and people can pay anything from like $60 to the regular price of $125, just to fill up some of my daytime spots that weren't filling up and to make massage more accessible to more people. And I didn't create a fund that people could contribute to or anything, but just before Christmas, one of my regular like 6 to 8 time a year kind of clients came in and she paid for her massage and then she handed me a wad of cash and said, I saw what you're doing with the sliding scale and I think that's great and I want to contribute so that you're not taking as big a hit. And I got a little bit misty. And I was like, oh, I started one of those pay it forward things by accident.
That's awesome.
Maybe
Right?
I'll formalize it. Maybe I won't. But you were definitely the foundational inspiration for that program for me and many other people who've taken it in a lot of different directions. So thank you.
Well, thank you. I got the idea from a pizza place in Philly and he got it from a coffee shop in Italy. So, I mean, it works in so many different spaces.
That's awesome. Okay. I want to know, Megan, what do you do that keeps clients coming back?
As I answer this question, I never did like a formal poll of, why do you come back? This is based on comments that we have heard from clients over the years. And so there's a book that I really love called Liberated Mind by Stephen Hayes. He's the founder of acceptance and commitment theory, which is a branch of psychotherapy that I find really fascinating. One of the things he talks about is having a values based approach to life, basically. So instead of goals, not that goals are bad, right? But goals are these temporary things that we reach for. And then once we get them, then what's next? Whereas living by your values is just ongoing, right? So if your values are, I want to be in service to people, I want to leave things better than the way I found them, that sort of thing. Those are things that you can always keep doing. So in our practice, we really try to have a values based approach. And this is going to sound a little cheesy, but I came up with a little acronym about the values that are important to us. So VESL, VESL. So we want our clients and patients to feel valued. We want them to feel empowered, safe, and listened to. And so the things that we try to do in our practice fall under each of those values. So, for example, under someone feeling valued, this is a logistical thing, but folks that have been with us for a long time that come in regularly or they need regular care, when we open up our calendar, we open up our calendar 2 months in advance. So in April, I'll open up June. When I open up June, I will auto book those folks. So they automatically know you're going to have your time and the time and the day that you want. You don't have to think about it. It's just going to happen. You can contact us afterward. Okay, that doesn't work. I have vacation. Fine. But you know that you have that spot. We value you. Also, if we raise our prices, we have given those longtime folks a discount so that they can continue having their same price. So instead of someone new who would pay the new price, they've been with us for a long time. You're, a valued longtime client and patient. You'll pay the existing price, or you'll pay a little bit more, but not as much as what we have out there for the new folks. And then gratitude. We are always very grateful for the folks that come into our doors. We are honored that they trust us with their bodies. We don't take that lightly. And so we end every session with a thank you. We say thank you, we say their name, and that's a important part of what we do. Moving on to the next thing, empowered. We say to our folks, this is your show, especially because we see a lot of people that are going through cancer treatment. They are being told what to do in a lot of cases, right? Put your arm here for radiation, take this medication. And so when they come here, this is your show. You can dictate what temperature you want things to be. Would you like another pillow? How would you like this session to go? Let's design it together. So that is important to us, to have our clients feel like they have a say in what's going to happen in the treatment room. And then we have we call it the no pressure rebooking thing. So when I was in massage school and I talked about working in a spa, like, you got to get in a rebook, you got to get in a rebook. And what we say is, when you want to come back, right? You know where to find us. If people say that, well, can you give me some sort of idea? We can say, well, our clinical experience has shown us that if someone is having this particular issue, if they come in this amount of time, it seems to work for them. But you know your schedule, you know your budget. You rebook when it feels right for you. We try to keep up with our continuing education. We want to make sure that we are on top of what is happening in the world of oncology, cancer treatments, lymphedema, lymphatics, that sort of thing. But we're never afraid to say, I don't know. If someone asks us a question, we're going to give them the straight answer. If we don't know at that moment, we will go and look it up and give that to them. But we've had folks say that I feel safe here because if I ask a question, you can say you don't know. And then you'll find out for me. And then you'll tell me where you got it from and you'll give me more resources. So that makes them feel that they're in a place that is informed and honest and authentic. We also try to foster a safe environment just with what's on our website, the messaging and the signage that's in our office, that everyone is welcome here. All races, ethnicities, religions, gender identities, everyone is welcome here. And we've had folks say, I came to your practice because of that message. I feel safe here. And that is huge to us. And then another thing is staying within our scope of practice. Lots of folks get questions about, right? What supplement should I take? What this, what that? And we always say this is, far out of my scope of practice. So we might give some resources that we might have heard anecdotally from something else, but we are not giving prescriptions of things or anything that is outside of our scope of practice. And that helps folks feel safe as well. And then the last thing is listen to. And right, this is a basic skill for massage therapists. But when someone comes in, we like to say, how does today feel? Even though we might have been doing the same thing with them, if they've got lymphedema and their lateral trunk, and we have them, starting face up and then going side lying and doing scar work, every day is different. So we want to give everyone space to say, this is what I feel like I need today. Yes, I know this is what we've been doing, but our lives change. Things are, there's lots of factors that are moving around. So we want everyone to feel like they are listened to, that they have space to be heard.
It can feel like such a conveyor belt when someone's chronically ill and they're getting consistent care for cancer or any kind of chronic illness or the whole myriad of things. And I think showing people that there is some kind of provider that will meet them where they are at in any given moment and not just assembly line them or their care is huge. It is so huge. I always feel like a used car salesman when my clients walk in because I'm like, all right, what do you need in a massage today?
Right?
What's it going to take to get you on the table? Your way is probably better.
I'm going to think that now. The next time someone comes in and be like, hey, with the finger guns and everything, like, what do you need? I got you.
You got to know your audience with that one. I love that you have put this into a system almost like that and I think that that's a thing, we go into massage practice like, I want to help people. And then eventually we kind of hone that into some kind of approach, but it is not often enough that we put that into an actual structure with an acronym or just a few hard words that can guide us. And as anti-affirmation as I am, I would put this on a Post-it note in a spot in my office that I can see. That maybe no one else does, just to remind me on a daily basis. So this is really helpful, Megan. Thank you.
Of course, my pleasure. Thank you. And again, it was great to consider this question and think about what's important to us and what we want to convey to our clients. And I think that's a great message, just to give ourselves over and over again to revisit that. Like, why am I doing what I'm doing? Right? How can we do our work to the standards that we want over and over again? Because sometimes you get mired in the day-to-day and you forget. And then it's like, oh, right, this is what we're doing.
So the only thing we didn't talk about yet that I definitely want to get a little bit from you is tell us what you teach, because I know you've been teaching a little bit more and drawing and doing things a little bit more. So give us just a little bit of info on like that side of what you do.
Sure. So the teaching element is new. I had done a 4-hour course for Heal Well, their homecoming, and that was to get folks excited about the lymphatic system and what we as massage therapists can do to help folks that are having difficulty with their lymphatic system. And so to get folks inspired to go out and take the larger, longer continuing ed. So that was exciting, and I would love to do some more of that. My daughter's off to college pretty soon, so I haven't been looking for, big teaching things, but that is going to be, once she's off to college, it's like, all right, this feels like the next phase of like, let's get people like inspired, and because we need more people doing work like this. So that was part of it. And then, the cartoons started as clients asking questions about their bodies, and I just had to naturally personify cells and body processes. And so I was like, oh, I saw them as cartoons in my head. So I was like, let me just get those down on paper. And that sort of blew up into, you could talk about scars, you could talk about lymph nodes, you can talk about lipedema through cartoons. And so that has been a fun way to educate myself also, but clients about, this is what's going on under your skin, was what I kind of called the quote comic strip. So that's been fun too. So educating is it feels like big girl pants stuff, but
It does.
Right. But it also feels like, this is necessary, because the mission is like, let's get this work to as many people as possible. Let's get people feeling better. So I only have 2 hands. How can we get more people out there doing this?
Thank you for all of this, Megan. Everyone, you are going to be able to find all of these links, including the book that Megan mentioned, at the podcast notes, abmp.com/podcast. Thank you, Megan.
Thank you, Allissa.
If you have a question about running your business or an idea for an episode, I want to hear from you. Reach out via email at businessorpressure@abmp.com. You can also find me building websites and coaching massage therapists at deepbreathdigital.com. Make sure you're subscribed to ABMP's podcast so you don't miss a beat. I'll meet you right back here for the next episode. I can't wait.